I'm struggling right now because of the story that Atatiana had a gun.
Yeah.
And it's like the thing that I'm struggling with, not that she had a gun, because I understand being a woman, 28 years old, with your 8-year-old nephew. If somebody were to walk up, it's an open carry state, so she had a gun. She has a right to have a gun. Someone's flashing a light in your window, boom. Now, but does it discount people's, because they were already not, because I was like, where are the white people? They were already not running to her defense. Does this give people an out?
Of course it does. And I think it's important to recognize that, again, as you mentioned, Texas is an open carry state. There are many, many, many Texans who have weapons because part of the Second Amendment mantra, those who advocate for it, is we need these weapons in order to keep ourselves safe. The Second Amendment affords us the right to have weapons, and it's important that we are able to prevent the military from becoming too tyrannical, like you're going to do that with your handgun, but that's an aside. But it's also important to honor the ability to engage in self-protection. So that's fine so long as it's showing up in white bodies. And we know that even going back to the days of antebellum slavery, when acts were put on the books, like the Casual Killing Act, which said that enslaved Africans, quite frankly, black people with black skin, because having black skin, you were presumptively enslaved. You might not have been, but that was up to you to prove. Presumptively, I see you're black, you are a slave, or even better, you're of the slave class. So even if you're not actually enslaved and owned by somebody, you have limits on the amount of rights you're allowed to afford. One of those rights was the right to self-defense. Black people were not allowed to own weapons when white people were, because that was going to upend the power structure. That has not ended. And so it's perfectly fine for a white person to have a gun in an open carry state and to brandish said gun when someone is looking in their window and making noises that would make anyone who is of the mindset of having a gun think, I should go get said gun. There's a stranger looking in my window, a stranger who has not identified themselves. If this were a white woman, if this were Amber Geiger, we're not having this conversation.